you guys wanted to really make it the best selling product within the store. So what kind of things did you do for that first store to really make it sell?
Yeah, so we learned early on, and this fundamental belief still holds true to this day, is that our jobs begin once our product gets on the shelf. A lot of brands think that they can have a good product or good packaging, good branding, and it'll sell itself. It's just not the case. There's so much noise in today's world. There's so many promotions and advertisements and things like that we really need it. It's a lot of hard work. It's good old fashioned elbow grease where we would show up, and it's a game. It's like a real estate game of space. There's a limited real estate within a cooler that holds all the beverages. So we wanted as much space in that cooler as we can, and that space is earned. So the best selling products have the most space because it makes the most money for the store. So we figured that out early on, and we're like, wow, let's pump up these numbers by showing up every day to pour samples for customers, educate them on the flavors, teach them about the story. And back then the product wasn't very good. It was clumpy and didn't taste great, but people loved the hustle. They loved the story. So they supported local business. And the best part about it was we were collecting real-time feedback from real people, and we turned that feedback into product innovations and renovations.
Yeah. And so the store owner just let you just kind of have a store there? Is that what happened? Was that no, not a how
store.
Did you kind of just pour samples? You know what I mean? I'm trying to get into your headspace because a lot of people have tried to launch the beverage brands before, but not many have kind of achieved traction. And I believe it's in those first few things that you did that kind of started the ball rolling, right? And so I'm just trying to understand, how did you get him to say yes to samples?
So he didn't always say yes. Sometimes we had to ask for forgiveness instead of permission. But it was really just a sampling table, and it's good for them because it provides value to the customers. It's a free sample. So it's kind of like Costco. How Costco always has the tasting booths and things like that. So Whole Foods used to do that a ton, especially, this was long before COVID. And they encouraged it because during a sampling event for any product, every brand would see a big sales spike because people were buying what they were tasting. And then for us, it's like, if they gave us 2 feet on a shelf, we would take 4 feet. And if he told us we could sample for 2 hours, we would sample for 4 hours. And it was just one of those things where it's like, oh, sorry, we got lost track of time. We were just passionate about it, and it wasn't easy. It's a lot to set up a table and bring in your product and clean up and do it all the right way. But we knew that was the only way we had, because we didn't have money to advertise. So, but we did have was time and three guys to show up and work hard.
And how long did it take you to make that first store successful until you moved on to the second store?
So we broke that store's weekly sales record in the first 4 hours. And we called everybody we knew in DC. We had every sports team coming through there. So the numbers were off the charts that first week, but I don't think we moved to the second store until 2 weeks later. The first store was on Georgetown's campus, and then the second store was on George Washington's campus. So two universities, we kind of made them rivals against each other.
Oh, good. So strategy was already kind of at the very, very start. And so 2 weeks is quick. And so then you went from the 1 store to 10 stores. And then how did you scale production to 10 stores?
Totally. So once we were in that first store, it wasn't feasible because we were selling a couple hundred bottles a day at that point. It wasn't feasible to just do it in blenders. So there was a Domino sugar factory up in Baltimore, and they actually had a bottling line in the back that they didn't use, which is ironic because our products are sugar free. But the manager was like, yeah, come on in. And just my last shift ends at 8 p.m. and my first shift gets in at 6 a.m. You guys can work here all night, just clean up and be out by 6 a.m.